What's going on, guys? Flying DBC here, and we're back for another Pokemon Masters video, and today we're going to be going over Pokemon and sync pairs or trainers that we need in Pokemon Masters. So, for the first sync pair or trainer that we can see on the screen right now is N. And he's actually one of my favorite trainers in, or characters in the Pokemon universe. He's such an interesting trainer, character as well. In the Black and White series, I know the age doesn't really matter, but he was 18 years old. 18 to 20 years old. Like, what? He was so young there. And then in Black and White 2 is 20 to 22. So, but age doesn't really matter there. But I just want to get that out there. But N would be an interesting character to have. And like when they obviously introduce him into Pokemon Masters, which they will eventually, because this is a trainer that they definitely don't want to pass up on, and they could definitely profit off of this guy for sure because of how popular he is. Now, he's nowhere near as popular as Red, of course, in the Kanto Trio, but he's definitely up there on the popularity. And like when I look at N and Pokemon Masters, like I could easily see N with Reshiram. Like that's the one Pokemon that sticks out to me right away. And like if we look at Reshiram, like if we go to Reshiram right here, like we could like his stats are very good. Of course, he'll be a special attacking striker. So that's no doubt about there. And then we could either see Reshiram as a dragon type, or they could put both fire and dragon on Reshiram in the game. And of course, he has only 3 weaknesses. So like if they decide to put dragon on Reshiram, he could either be weak to ice or dragon. But if they go with fire, then of course he could either be weak to water, ground, rock. Like they could do anything with Reshiram. But if they do decide to go with both of these typings, then of course then it would just be either of these 3. But regardless, like I could really see N with Reshiram. But let me know what you guys think. Like if it's not Reshiram, who else do you think would be with N? Maybe even Zoroark. But I really see Reshiram with N. And this could be a sync pair. Like I mean, this is actually a sync pair that we could need as well. Because then it could buff the Unova team and add more options for that if you want to. But like Reshiram would be a very good special attacker in Pokemon Masters. So, but N and Reshiram is definitely a sync pair that would be great in Pokemon Masters. Like I mean, we don't really need them, but it would be great to have. But obviously another buff to Dragon would be very good. Like who knows? Maybe even Reshiram could be like a tech type. Which I definitely don't mind, because we actually do really need a tech type for the dragon category. But like honestly, I could see Reshiram be more of a striker, of course. But and in Reshiram, definitely a go. I would really like to see them. And another sync pair, like if we do get Reshiram and N, I would really like to see Getsis. Like Getsis was a big character in Black and White as well. So like if we get Getsis, then of course we're gonna get N. But if we get N, then of course we're gonna get Getsis as well in the future. But we'll see. But with Getsis, I could see him with either Hydreigon or Zekrom. So like if we go to Zekrom, like literally like they just look like a perfect match. And Zekrom would be a physical striker, of course. So like his highest stat is attacker, and he'll be either like he'll probably be in the electric type. And I think we do need Zekrom. Like if we do get start going more into the Unova category, getting Zekrom would be very good, because then they could have Zekrom as an electric type, and then he can massively buff the electric type category, because they definitely need a buff. The electric typing is not very strong in Masters right now, and if we get Zekrom, like he would definitely buff. What am I saying? But like he could easily buff the electric type category, and they need a big buff, because right now it's not that great. I mean, it's decent, but they're not really like there's really no heavy hitters in there that really stand out to me. So I don't know, like Zekrom is probably like one of the Pokemon that are a must that I would really like to see. Yeah, he's a legendary, and they probably make this guy a summonable sync pair as well, just like with Reshiram. So I don't know, we'll see. But of course in the future they will come. But for the weakness, if Zekrom is electric, he'll most likely be weak to ground. because that's like really the only weakness Electric has. So yeah, like Electric needs Zekrom in the game. I personally feel, but what gets is like even if we have Hydreigon, like if we go to Hydreigon, I think I have him in here. Do I have? Yeah, I do. Okay, perfect. So like if we do get Hydreigon, then we have another special attacker that's a striker, because Hydreigon special attack stat is his highest. And honestly, having Hydreigon in the game would be so nice too, because then they could have Hydreigon as a dark type, not a dragon type, or they could do both. But like having another dark type in the game would be beneficial big time, because we only have Persian, we have Houndoom, and Lightbird. I think we have one more, but I can't remember the other one. But we are lacking in the dark category big time. So like Hydreigon is something that is sort of like a must and we need. But if not like Hydreigon, but like I'm talking about like with Getsis, like if we do get Getsis, I'd rather see Getsis get Hydreigon or Zekrom, and then having Hydreigon a dark type, or both dragon and dark. But if we get Zekrom instead, I'd really like to see Zekrom as an electric type, not a dragon type, because like we need a better electric type striker in the game. So like having Hydreigon or Zekrom would be so much better, and it would be something that we actually need to buff the two typings in the game, because they sort of need a buff to the to the category. So like Getsis would be a nice option with these two Pokemon, with either of these two, and N with Reshiram would be very, very nice. Same with N, like N with Zoroark would be very nice too, because then that would be a buff to the dark category as well. So like there's options there for sure, but I'd really like to see dark over electric, because we are heavily lacking in the dark category big time. So I would really like to see that, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But we're not done here. We are not done here. So so now I would like, Lucas is someone we actually need, because we have Dawn, and Dawn has been in the game for a while. So Lucas, he, like, this art is from Platinum, but Lucas is the main character. So like if you play Pokemon Diamond and Pearl or Platinum, he is the male character that you play as if you choose the male character. And he, like, honestly, he's a character that I thought would have been in the game like from the very beginning too, along with the other sync pairs. But I guess at first they were sort of going in order, and then they just started jumping all over the place, which I don't mind. But Lucas is one that we actually need, because it would be nice to have a Sinnoh team as well. And Lucas would easily complete that, because then you could have like Dawn, Lucas, and Cynthia. And like for Lucas, it's sort of iffy right now. Like you could have Lucas, Barry, and Dawn, of course, like the trio there. But we already have Empoleon, we have Torterra, and we have Infernape. So who would Lucas be with? So like we could pull up the other, like we could go to Cerebi right here. So like if we look at the category for the Sinnoh, like we could have him with Staraptor. So like I could zoom in, like we could have Staraptor with Lucas, which would be fitting actually, in my personal opinion. I think Staraptor would fit Lucas pretty well. Maybe even Luxray too, but Volkner would probably have Luxray when he comes to the game. So then like when we scroll more down, like I could see Lucas having where is he? Where is he? Maybe Dialga? Like either like Dialga, Rampirier, Garantina. Like Lucas could have anybody else in the Sinnoh region. Like I said, it's iffy for Lucas right now, because we already have all three of the starters in from the Sinnoh region. So it would be a little bit off, but like if anything, maybe they might give Lucas Staraptor, which would still be very fitting, of course. Or who knows, they might even give him Empoleon and have a better moveset with Empoleon, but then Barry would just be irrelevant if that happens. So I doubt they'll do that. So that's why like having Staraptor would actually be beneficial, and something we need too, because we could use a better flying type striker in the game. Like we do have Blue and Mega Pidgeot, but they don't have a grid. they don't have a grid, and who knows when they're gonna get their grid and 6-star awakening. So like if we get Lucas with Staraptor, we can get a 6-star awakening with them as well. But if we also get Lucas with Garantina, which would be super hype as well, like we could get them of course with 6 stars, and then Garantina could probably be like a tech type for the ghost type category, or again because he's also part dragon, so that maybe Garantina could be a nice support type for the dragon category as well. So like I mean there's a lot of things that Pokemon Master can do, but like since we already have the 3 Sinnoh Pokemon in or the 3 Sinnoh starters in Pokemon Masters, when they introduce Lucas, then it would be like a little bit awkward because we already have all 3 of them. So like Lucas could have anybody else in the Sinnoh region that would suit him. Now they could even go like into the manga and see what kind of Pokemon he has, and then they could go from there as well. But there's many options that they could go for. But me personally, I feel it would be better and something we need if they get like I would really like to see Lucas with Garantina, so that we can get like Garantina could be a support type for sure for the ghost type and dragon type category, and that would be an easy buff right there for both of them. And it would make Lucas usable as well, because like if he goes to the dragon type category and he's a support type, easily you would want to run him with the dragon types, because he'll be the best support type for the dragon types. And like we just need better options for the dragon type team, even ghost type. Ghost types for the strikers, I mean they're fine right now, so I'd rather see like a tech type or a support type for either of those 2 categories. But even Dialga would be very nice for him, because then we could have a nice like maybe even support type for the steel type. I mean we got Steelix, which is very good, so like maybe a tech type, because like for dragon there's a lot of popular dragon types, so like Dialga with tech would be suitable for like either dragon or steel, because we definitely need a good tech steel type in the game. So Dialga would fit that role, and you could have him on any team right there for the steel type. So it would be a good option. But honestly, let me know what you guys think, because for Lucas, it's sort of weird and awkward right now, because he is like the main character that you play as if you choose the male version. And with all 3 starters in the game, it's like, who is Lucas going to be with? But like being realistic, I feel that Lucas would have Staraptor, and that's something that we actually need, which is a better flying type in the game. So like I don't know, there's a lot, but out of the trainers, like we definitely need Lucas to complete the Sinnoh trio, which is Barry, Dawn, and then Lucas. So I don't know, they like the way they are going about this is sort of weird, because like when they released Dawn, they should have just done what they did with the 1-year anniversary with Signasuit Leaf and the Signasuit Blue, like do like a dual summon, which would be nice. But I don't know, it's like when Lucas comes out, like he'll probably have a Signasuit, and it will probably be like something like this where he has when he's in Platinum. But yeah, there is a lot of options, a lot of trainers, and there's just so much that they could do. But for Lucas, like I said, like we need to have a better ghost type support, a better dragon type support or tech type. So like Lucas could easily fill in that gap for those typings with Garantina, Dialga, even with Staraptor filling in the gap what we need over there too. And then Getsis with and they could fill in the category with Zekrom, Reshiram, Zoroark, and Hydreigon. Like there's just so much. But those are the trainers I feel we need in Pokemon Masters, because we don't really have that many options in the Unova region too. Like we could even get Bianca, and but even with her it would be iffy, because we already have the Unova region starters. So like who would Bianca be with? So like that, like I don't know, there's a lot that they could do, but I feel we definitely need a better dark type, a better a better dark type for like anything, like a striker, support, or tech. Either or would be fine. But for dragon, I'd really like to see, like, these trainers are trainers that we don't really need, but the Pokemon that they have, those are the Pokemon that we actually need, because they could fill in the gaps for the categories that they're in the game. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. I was probably all over the place in this video, but I thought it was a fun video to do because it's just fun discussing and going over stuff that we can see in the game and that we need in the game. But like I said, let me know what you guys think with these trainers. What trainers would you like to see with the Pokemon that we need in the game as well? So let me know, and that'll be it for the video, and I'll see you guys later.